All right, let's try this again. I'm getting emails from you guys saying you're struggling with installing. Some of you are saying you're getting an email or a message saying they're going to send you a link to your Google email, and then when you click on that, I don't know how you're getting that. I'm a little confused about that because I've done this 5 times now with 5 different email addresses and haven't gotten that. I have one idea of how it may or may not be happening. So you go to the About in our curriculum site, you go to Adobe Licenses, you come here. You're going to click on Creative Cloud website, you get your little redirect, you come here. I'm thinking this is where some of you are getting confused. Do not click, do not click, do not click continue with Google. I don't know if that's what you're doing. I could see where that would be a little confusing, where you're thinking, oh, I can use my school email address. It is attached to your school email address, but it is a different account. Okay, it is not your Google account. If you try to do this, you won't have the credentials. All right, you should have set up the credentials with Adobe with the email that you got from Adobe a while back. Could have been last week, could have been last month, could have been freshman year. But I set you all up on an Adobe account, and when that happens, you get a message from Adobe in your email that says you have been given access to the Creative Suite. And that's where you click on the link and follow the directions there and set up a password. It is based on your Google email, but it is not continue with Google. It's the only thing I think that I can think of when it comes to you guys. It's sending an email to your Google account, because otherwise it would say nothing about Google. I've done this 6 times now. It has said nothing to me about Google. Do not continue with Facebook, continue, none of that. Simply type in your email address, okay? And I have my little school email address here, a new one, a one where I'm actually a student, okay? And you click continue, all right? Now, let me get back to that for a second. Let me jump ahead. If, for some reason, you don't know your password, okay, you click continue, all right? You can go through this whole process, but if you don't know your password, you've got to get a hold of me, all right? And I will reset your Adobe account for you. Not a big deal. You'll get an email that says you no longer have access, then you'll get an email that says you have access. You follow the steps and you set up your credentials, okay? Everybody's got a personal account. I know it's confusing. It says company or school account. We did not give you a company or school account, because if we do that, you cannot get a Behance account. And Behance is where we do our online portfolios, okay? So again, use your school account, but do not continue with Google, all right? Hit your personal. Okay, now, here, all right, the other thing you can do is if you want to do the password change, you can click down here and say reset your password. It'll send your email a link where you can click on it and you can follow and you can change your password. All right, so I don't have to delete your account and start your account over. You can reset your password right there. Okay, so let me step back again, a couple of steps. All right, you come in here, you click on the link, it pops you up here. You go to you put in your email address. You do not click continue with Google. All right, you just simply put your email address in and click continue. You click personal account. All right, and it'll say this. Now, this is the first time this happened. It said to confirm your identity, we'll send you a verification code. So I click continue. I'm going to go to my email. If some of you are getting this, maybe this is what you're getting. All right, let me take a look. I'll tell you in a second. All right, let's go here. Boom, boom, boom. And let's see what it says. So verification code, here's my verification code. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to paste it. Oh, you're not going to let me do it. All right. So I'm pulling this down and I'm going to type in my verification code. This is the first time I've had to do this. I think it's because I've done it too many times that they want to make sure it's me. Okay. So hopefully you don't get that if you haven't done this 10 times, but you'll see that quickly I was able to get a verification code, okay? You no longer have access. Here's the email you get. You no longer have access. Then you have access granted. So these are the 2 emails you'll get if I delete your account and then start your account. You click on access granted. You click on get started, and that's where you put your credentials in, okay? Just so you can see that. That's actually up here, which is kind of nice, okay? So I think it's because I hit the back button. I got that. So now I'm going to type in my password. Okay. It gets me through. Here I am. Okay. No problems. Now, this is where it gets a little confusing, because you see Photoshop and you see Get Desktop App. That's for the Photoshop. Okay. You can go to your apps. All right. And some of you might see it here, but I have found the easiest thing is at the home menu on this particular website, underneath your account, there's my Test Bells Audio account, is Install Creative Cloud App. And when you click on the Install Creative Cloud App, you'll get however your browser set up. So this thing is set up. Basically, it's asking me, do I want to set up this file? And I'm going to say save, okay? And when I save it, all right, and I view my download or open my folder or whichever, okay, here it is. Okay, it's right there. And then I can double click and I can install that. That's it. Okay, if it doesn't work, you can hit restart. Okay, let me do this really quickly again, just to follow through the process. All right, it's going to sign me in automatically because I'm already signed in, which is fine. Just to follow through, okay? Again, because I know it's confusing. All right, you get to the curriculum site, you click on the Creative Cloud website, you get to your login. We ignore all of this. Don't touch any of this down here. This has nothing to do with what you're doing, okay? You type in your school email address. All right. Oop, wrong one. I got too many email addresses. You can tell it's Friday. All right. I click continue. It's a personal account. I type in my password. This is the password that you set up with Adobe with that email I just showed you. Okay. If you don't remember, you can click the reset password. All right. And that'll let you reset your password. This is completely separate from Google, so I'm not sure. A couple of people have emailed me and said it says it'll send you a link to your email account. When you click the email account, it sends you right back to that page. The only thing I'm thinking is you're using that continue with Google thing, and that's why. All right. And then again, once you get to this page, easiest thing I have found is underneath quick links, install Creative Cloud app. Okay. You may also see it in the app section here. Okay. But you're looking for the Creative Cloud app. All right. They kind of got it in a whole bunch of different places. But I have found so far, it looks like they moved it. The easiest thing to do is click on install Creative Cloud app. That will install the Creative Cloud app, run. Okay, so I can run this thing, I can save it. All right, when I save that file, you're going to run that executable file. Double click on it. It'll follow you through the steps. I believe, if I remember, it asks you to go back to the website and it'll actually open up a web browser and it'll go through the process. Okay, so if I save this again for a second, if I open the folder again for a second, you can double click on this thing and start it up. And it's actually going to say we're opening a web browser to confirm your identity. And it's going to have you, if you haven't signed in yet, which you just did, it'll have you sign in again. Okay, they're trying to, and then you better follow the process and install the application. When you have the application installed, that's where you go in and download any of the products. If you want to just start with Illustrator, you can start with Illustrator. If you want to start with all of them, you can start with all of them. Okay, I hope that clears it up. I hope that helps some of you. And I hope I see you all on Monday. All right, bye guys.